Before we move on, let's recap what we've learned so far, even though we're still missing some pieces to the puzzle. Saavedro is a native of Narayan, an age that Atris wrote. We don't know much about Narayan yet, but we do know it's very fragile, and the people maintain the age by performing what Saavedro calls the ritual weaves. But somehow Cirrus and Achenar arrived on Narayan and wrecked the place. Saavedro implies they did this indirectly by turning the citizens of Narayan against each other and causing civil war. The citizens then abandoned the ritual weaves, so the age began to fall apart. So when Cirrus and Achenar left Narayan, Saavedro followed them here to Jananin to ask them how they would fix everything. However, things didn't go as he expected. Cirrus and Achenar beat him up and left, trapping him here for who knows how long, and naturally he's gone absolutely crazy. Now, the Age of Jananin is talked about in both journals. Jananin is the main island in Atris' Lesson Age class, which is a visual and interactive curriculum Atris used to teach his sons about the art of writing ages, though he probably should have also taught them the importance of building good character. Anyway, the Lesson Age course consists of Jananin, 3 Lesson Ages whose books are scattered around the island, and the book that lies in the center of this room. However, Saavedro has now altered the course. It's tough to tell what his master plan is at this point, but we do know it involves luring Atris here and making him solve a whole bunch of puzzles. How diabolical. And he's already failed in one respect since Atris isn't even here. So since we're the ones stuck here instead, we'll just have to find these Lesson Ages ourselves. And a good start might be to look at these consoles that just opened up when we pushed that blue button right there. The consoles illuminate the projector in typical RGB fashion. This one had a red light, the one over there had a blue light, and this one had a green light. I guess it doesn't matter which one we look at first, so let's look at the green one. The console features a telescope that's currently pointing at some bridge outside. So this big red room might be more aptly called an observatory. And the telescope also has these controls here. This one adjusts the zoom. This one adjusts the focus of the lens. And you can point the telescope in different directions by clicking and dragging on the view screen. And in the center of the view screen is a familiar looking symbol of a bird, so you might remember where we've seen this before. We first found this symbol on one of the Tusks as we explored the island, and if you think about it, everything matches up. There are 3 Lesson Ages, 3 telescopes, and 3 Tusks around the island, so there's probably a Tusk around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And so the symbols must be the connection between the telescopes and the Tusks. So I would guess that our goal here would be to get this symbol to directly overlap the one on the Tusk. That symbol was above the door. Yeah, here we go. So now we just gotta make our adjustments. The trick for the focus is to look at the clarity of the lines and edges. There we go, that's pretty. But it didn't do anything. So what was all that for? And what are we supposed to do now? Hard to say, but I guess the appropriate thing would be to go over there and see what we can do. We can look at these other consoles later. Oh, what does this switch do? Oh. So long, elevator. There we go. Oh, what now? Oh, yeah, okay. We don't want to let the air conditioning out. Okay, so here's that Tusk that we were just looking at. And there's the symbol. So if we look back at the observatory, yeah, there you can see the lens to the telescope. So let's refresh real quick on what's over here. There are some weird pink fruits in that bush, as well as this organic amplifier that looks out over the lagoon. You know, I think there's a path down there that we haven't even explored yet. Yeah, you can see that little tent over there. Haven't seen that before. Oh, it's a little squee. Wait, why is my hand open? Does that affect this somehow? Oh, it makes a little bridge for him. And he's hungry, too. I guess it's been a while since anyone solved the plant bridge puzzle. First the squee makes a little chirping sound, then the plant opens up for him. And that plant looks a lot like the one at the top of the cliff near the Tusk. So he seems useful. Let's grab him. Or maybe we don't need to do that. After all, the plant responds to his voice. Remember, there's a device up there that amplifies sounds. So perhaps if we aim it at the squee, then the plants up there might respond to him as well. So, is this the same squee that Atris used? If so, then he's a lot older than you thought. Oh God, no. That is both awesome and hilarious. Feast. And now the expanded plants form a bridge over to the Tusk door. So yeah, hopefully that little squee will never ever get full or bored. And the Tusk is all green inside. That seems appropriate enough. But other than that, it's rather plain. But there's a cage up here. We're not quite tall enough, though. And what is this? We have 4 beads that rotate on concentric circular tracks. Must be some kind of secret code. Now, we did see something like this recently, but it was very subtle. We saw this on the console in the observatory. See those beads that circle around the view screen? They were spinning around while we were adjusting the telescope. One bead represents the horizontal position of the telescope. Then there's one for the vertical position, another for the zoom, and the last one for the focus. So when we adjusted the symbol on the telescope to overlap with the one on the Tusk, the beads then revealed the code to this device. Now, I'm going to have to do this from memory, since I can't see that screenshot. And look, it's one of the Lesson Age books. It has that same symbol on it, and leads to the Age Idana.